sports fans, ASMR Sports, back with you to show off some packs that I have available for sale. As of late, I've mentioned these in a couple of prior videos, and I've been wanting to do a video where I just kind of go through what I've got and tell you a little bit about each of these packs. I don't think I'm going to open any of these, but if you want to order some and request that I open them on a video, I'd love to do that for you, but I'm happy to send these off unopened if anybody would like them. I want to get up something though first. Just my website, hotcardboard.com, so I can tell you the prices of these fine packs of sports cards. Okay, here we go. So, put these kind of off to the side here. We'll go with this one first since it's the earliest of these two finest packs. So this is a pack of 1994 finest football. And this was the first year, or this was the first finest product that was pack distributed. Topps had made finest football before, but I think they sold them in like complete sets and not as a product that came in packs and boxes. So 94 was the first year of finest football that you could get in packs and boxes. I believe that finest baseball was first made, at least in pack form, in 93, and I think actually that was the first time they ever made any finest baseball. So, 93, 94 is some of the earliest Topps finest products that you can get for football and baseball, and they also made basketball, I think, in 93 as well. So, finest still, of course, exists today for baseball cards, and presumably we'll be seeing finest basketball and football cards once the licenses move over to Topps/Fanatics from Panini. So this pack I've got available for purchase for $6.99 for those who are interested. I don't think there's really a ton of really any good rookies. I feel like maybe Jerome Bettis is in one of these two packs that I have of finest. But 94, these mid-90s ones have, lots of Hall of Famers in here that you can get cards of, and the big thing you're looking for in Topps finest cards from this era, from the mid, to mid-90s to, I guess, the early 2000s, or the mid-2000s, like 2005 or so, I think. You're looking for refractors. They're very sought after and valuable and not nearly as common as they are in today's products. So you get a refractor out of one of these guys and you're in business. So there you go. 94 finest football, $6.99 per pack. If you just go to my website, hotcardboard.com, most of these packs should appear on the first page when you get there, since they are newly listed, and I think things appear, sort of in the order that I've put them on the site when you go to the main page at hotcardboard.com. This is 1995 finest the next year, Series 1. I think they did a couple series this for 95, and 95 was the first year they started doing, at least for football, this peel-off protector, which I wish I could show you what that looks like, but basically it's a piece of, plastic film, I think that says Topps, in repeated lines across the front, and it's, on the front of each card, and you can peel it off, and the card will be nice and clean and fresh. So it's kind of interesting, because they don't do that with any card sets today, but with all of the surface issues you see with modern chromium glossy cards today, one has to wonder if the film is a great idea to bring back, because you would be assured of nice clean surfaces, probably more than the modern products today, which are really banged up and scratched and have lines and dimples and all sorts of stuff. So again, you're looking for refractors, and here's got the odds. I don't think the odds are on. Yeah, this one didn't have the odds, but in 95 they started putting the odds. Refractors are 1 in 12 packs, and there's like 24 packs per box, so you're gonna get only two refractors per box. And then a clear card, 1 in 12 packs. I don't know if I know what that looks like. I wonder if that's an acetate card or something. I'm not familiar with that. But yeah, it would be cool to open some of these. There's only 7 cards per pack in the 95 and 6 in that one in the 94. These 95s are actually cheaper than the 94s. These are $5.99 per pack, if you should be interested in purchasing. Alright, next up we have one of my favorites, really. 1995 Topps Baseball. Man, when I started collecting, back in I would say I got seriously into collecting as a kid in about 1987. And back then, this stuff was amazingly hot. I could never, I feel like maybe for Christmas or something, one time I might have gotten a pack or 2 of this stuff, but when I was a kid, spending more than, 35 or 50 cents on a pack was a pretty outlandish idea. To me, I was the type of kid that, even though I loved Donruss and Fleer, those packs back then, especially from prior years, would have been about $1.50, maybe even $2 for Don 86 Donruss, because it had Canseco. Actually, probably even more than that. I think those packs went for back then. They were a pretty big deal, but I was content with my 35-cent Topps flagship packs, where you could pull plenty of rookies that, had good value. But in any event, 85 Topps back then was a huge, huge thing, because you had rookie cards of Dwight Gooden, Roger Clemens, and Kirby Puckett. There's also in this set a USA Baseball card, for which they made an insert set, and one of the cards is Mark McGwire. Now, back in 85 and 86, nobody really thought much about that Mark McGwire card. In 87, Mark McGwire put on a show, and he had 50 home runs in his rookie year, I think. And suddenly that card was super interesting to collectors, and it would be even more interesting in about 90, whatever it was, the mid-90s, when he went on his huge home run tears. But to this day, 95 cards are, or 85 cards, 1985 cards are a pretty cool rip, because you can get those 85 Gooden rookies out of here, even though they're worth about 50 cents now. And remember how valuable they were. Boy, he was to put the hottest pitcher and the hottest player on earth back in 86, 87. Everybody wanted his cards. To get a rookie of him would be fantastic back then. But in addition to those rookies, which are not terribly valuable, the McGwire card is still fairly valuable if it's in high-end condition. And the Puckett rookie, similar thing. If it's high grade, it can be worth a good bit. But with any kind of condition issues, neither of those cards is really worth all that much. But they're fun to go after, and there's a load of Hall of Famers in all of the tops 80 sets really, but 85 you got a ton of them. You got all the 83 rookie class guys like Boggs, Gwynn, Sandberg. Plus you got tons of guys like Ripken and Eddie Murray, Ozzie Smith, etc., etc. So it's a really fun set, and I just remember how desirable these things were when I was a kid, and loved to open some of this stuff, and have opened quite a few of these packs over the years. So, in the past like 15 years I've gotten like boxes of this stuff or miscellaneous packs, and I've opened them up. So anyways, got these for sale for $12.99 a piece, so they're pretty spendy these days. Not too long ago, I would say like 10 years ago, you could probably get these for like $4 or $5 a piece, but they just get more and more rare over time, and the price kind of creeps up. This one is kind of interesting. I had not really heard of this product before from Fleer. It's called Circa, and this is 1996, and it comes in a box that is not sealed, and I want to open one of these up here. I'm not going to open the pack inside, but I want to just kind of show you how they package these, because it's kind of interesting. Fleer did this with a few different things in the mid-90s. They did this with I think Fleer Flare, where they basically did a cardboard outer package, and then a little cellophane wrapped inner package. So kind of interesting way to package cards that you don't see too much, but Fleer was pretty big on this idea back in the mid-90s for their kind of higher end sets, and this set looks kind of higher end. It definitely probably was back in the day. I don't think there's any significant rookies that you can get in this stuff. 8 cards per pack, but each of the cards kind of looks like an insert. It's got a very colorful design with some foil metallic lettering on there, and you can get plenty of Hall of Famers from this era, so I think that's what you'd be looking for. So I don't know, these are kind of fun. I don't have a ton of like 90s baseball stuff, and I didn't really collect cards in this era. I was off, getting education and not really worrying about cards, but there was a lot of interesting, innovative products that came out during this period, and this was one of them. And I missed out on it, so it's kind of fun to see this stuff now, many years later. I've got these packs listed for $2.99 a piece. You can see 200 card set. 196 player cards and 4 checklists. Insert series. Boss cards. Embossed 1 in 6 packs, and excess bifold cards 1 in 12 packs. Rave parallel set 1 in 60 packs. This is pretty difficult to get parallels there. Okay, next up is a really cool pack that I would love to open some of. Just because I don't know if I've ever opened any of this stuff. This is 1980 Topps football, and I've got boxes of this stuff that are sealed by Baseball Card Exchange, but I don't have any loose packs, and so I've never had a chance to open any of this stuff. But I bought a kind of a group of packs. Actually, I think. Let me think. Yeah, I think all of this stuff came from one purchase that I made. It wasn't very cheap, I gotta say. But it included these beautiful, by the way. One thing you have to be careful about when you buy wax packs online is a lot of, I wouldn't say, well, I don't know, it's hard to know how many packs, on average you might see on eBay or elsewhere are tampered with, but I have certainly bought tampered packs, many years ago when I just would buy things off eBay. And only many years later did I, sort of learn how to tell whether a pack was tampered with. And I feel like I'm actually quite good at it. These days I've seen lots of packs. I've, done a lot of research, and I've seen, like, I've gone to card shows and people will have unopened packs. They're, older wax packs, and I look at them and I'm like, this has obviously been resealed. And I slowly back away, from the table. But these days, when I, buy packs, I generally am getting them from somebody who's kind of an established collector and seller of older wax packs online. So I don't just buy from the average eBayer. And so, I'm generally confident that what I'm going to get is legit. But of course, when I get something in, especially if it's anything I might resell, I do examine everything closely to make sure everything looks right. And all of the wax packs here I've closely examined. And I can tell you, the things you look for generally are, on an older wax pack, are, the folds. Because when people open these and then they, look at the cards inside and put it back in and then refold, it's hard to get the folds to, look as tight and clean as they were when they came out of the factory. So that's one thing you look at. The biggest thing, though, with Topps packs is the roller marks, because the way that they sealed wax packs in the 80s and presumably before was they basically, they had a assembly line, right, and these packs got folded, and then there was a heated roller that came across the back of the pack, and it melts the wax and seals it, together. And so when people reseal these things, they generally will do, they'll reheat the wax, and they'll do it in a way that just, is clearly not, the way that they did it at the factory, and you can see that. So you look at the, it's kind of hard to show in a video. Actually, you can kind of see, well, no, it's really hard to see, because you're just sort of looking for, this basically, this, it looks like a roller. Sometimes there's like a band here and a band here. Other times it's like basically just one sort of solid roll. So you'll see like the, beginning of it here and here. It's like a metal wheel that rolls across this way. So it's all melted here and then not melted on the edges. And it's really hard to kind of see on video, because it's kind of a three-dimensional sort of thing you're looking at. Anyways, that's a bit about how I sort of determine if a pack is good or not. But if you don't buy from like somebody who knows what they're doing, or like a major kind of retailer like Baseball Card Exchange or David Adams Card World, you never really quite know what you're getting. But rest assured, if you buy anything from me, I've definitely been quite careful about reviewing it and approving it as legit. Anyway, so this is 1980 Topps Football, and 80 Topps Football is kind of one of the cheaper products you can get from this like late 70s, early 80s era of cards. Most products, sealed products from Topps from this era, are very expensive just because they're quite old. I mean, they're, gosh, 50 some years old at this point, right? Which is insane. Okay, they're not 50, they're 45, almost 45 years old, I guess, 43 years old. So they're quite old, and just, getting rarer and rarer as people open some of this stuff up and try to get grades and stuff. But there's a notable kind of lack of major rookie cards in here. Phil Simms is the big one. There's a few other kind of minor rookie cards in here as well, but generally what you're is Hall of Famers. You know, nice Tony Dorsett cards or Walter Payton, those types of guys. And not so much the rookies, and so the lack of rookies means this pack is comparatively cheap compared to, like, you know, 81 Tops, which has Joe Montana rookie cards in it. Those packs are probably 30 or 40 bucks. This one is $22.99, so not cheap, but cheaper than many things from this era. Okay, next up, we have 1982 Tops baseball. This one has nice clear roller marks. I don't know if you can see there, kind of this line here delineates like the roller from the non-rolled part. On this side, it's right here. So, 82 Tops. Let's see, these are $19.99. You know, not cheap, but it's got Cal Ripken Jr. rookie cards potentially in here. So that's really what drives the price of stuff. Of course, there's lots and lots of nice Hall of Famers. Ricky Henderson, Eddie Murray, George Brett, Robin Yount, etc., etc. So a lot of good, you know, early 80s Hall of Famer cards you can get in here, and one Hall of Famer rookie that's quite sought after, the Cal Ripken cards. So these are you know, probably worth the price of admission for that chance at a Ripken, you know, as opposed to these are more expensive, but they're older, more rare, and less of a chance at, you know, getting a valuable card just because they don't have the rookie, you know, the big rookie or multiple rookies that people are often after. All right. Last up, 1982 Fleer baseball. So this also has a Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card in the set, and you could potentially get that. This is the second year of Fleer. In 1981, Fleer had lots of kind of quality control issues, but less than Donruss, which was just a hot mess in their first release. Yeah, look at that. Rated #1 by Baseball Hobby News. Isn't that fun? So this is a much cheaper pack than the Tops. Just because these are, you know, I don't know, less sought after. The Fleer Ripken Jr. rookie is worth quite a bit less than the Tops, but gives you a nice chance, you know, to get a Cal Ripken Jr. rookie and a bunch of Hall of Famers at an affordable price. So this pack is, I've got them for sale for $6.99. So relatively cheap compared to the Tops, which goes for, you know, 20 bucks. So it's nice to have these options if you wanted to go looking for, you know, Hall of Fame rookie cards and see some older cards, but don't quite want to spend that Tops, you know, Tops premium money on packs. So that's what we got for today, folks. Some wax packs. I hope you enjoyed hearing about, seeing, and learning something about. If I get sort of, you know, larger groups of unopened packs up on the site at a, you know, specific time, I'll maybe do another video like this to show you guys, you know, a bit about them and allow you to see the packs, you know, than a picture on the website. So, all right, you guys have a great one. We'll catch y'all next time. See you later. Bye now.